Costa Rica travel and the stuff that I can share about it that I feel like you can benefit from. Hi and welcome. Stick to my video until the end because I live in Costa Rica. I learned by traveling through Costa Rica and living here and seeing things go wrong with people who are traveling to Costa Rica. And I thought I'm gonna make a video about the most common things that people forget before they come to Costa Rica. Are you ready? First, you can hit the subscribe button by hitting that little icon on the screen and tap the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you're curious how I'm able to live in beautiful Costa Rica without a job or a traditional business, but making my living online and what I teach to others all around the world, I have a free course, Nomad by Design. You can access it by clicking that little link below my video. Okay, what goes wrong with a lot of people? Well, it may sound cliche, but Costa Rica is more expensive than most people are realizing. That means that while people are in Costa Rica, they just see their money just like disappearing from their wallet. So be aware, especially if you go to the most expensive places in Costa Rica, such as Manuel Antonio and Santa Teresa. You know, be aware that you need to bring some cash if you want to do the overall expensive tours. Like overall, for a tour of zip lining, kayaking, whatsoever, it basically starts at $100 per person. So I don't know with how many people you are coming to travel Costa Rica, but yeah, just calculate your budget. Okay, second thing that I want you to realize is there is basically all around in Costa Rica, unfortunately, a lot of noise pollution. That means that your accommodation may look like epic, but like in the background there are motorbikes and traffic and human sounds. Unfortunately, but I want you to know. Also, thirdly, and that's often not spoken about, but as an insider, someone who lives in Costa Rica, to the outside world, Costa Rica is super ecological, etc. But inside Costa Rica, there is still spraying the fields with the highest chemicals that is even forbidden in a huge part of the world. And there is no rules and regulations stuff that is bringing that down. A lot of locals are worried. They're spraying next to schools in towns where a lot of people live, and it's deadly. It's toxic, and it's used basically all over Costa Rica. So it's like double. Yeah, there's a lot of protection of the environment, but also a lot of destroying of the environment that you can also see in how many permits are given out or are paid under the table to build houses. A lot of new people are coming to live in Costa Rica, and they're cutting trees and building houses, and basically the environment, the trees and the animals are paying for it, and that is kind of non-stop. So it's very frustrating to see monkeys becoming homeless and stuff. So, but I want you to realize that these things are happening. And yeah, my final tip is, hey, if you want to come to Costa Rica and you're attracted by a nomadic life, maybe you're inspired by me, know that there's so much more possible than you probably are imagining that you can do, that you're capable of if you fell in love. And that's basically my last tip. Be aware, if you travel Costa Rica, you might decide that you want to stay like I did. I moved basically a year after the second trip with my family, and that's since 2018 already. So, and I do not know everything about Costa Rica, but I do know what I have learned, and that I love it, and that I really recommend you to check out Costa Rica. Also have a tip to be kind for the locals, respect. Don't just assume that everyone speaks English. Do your best to speak Spanish. I think it's highly important to respect the Costa Rican culture. Also, a personal tip that made my life very good also during traveling through Costa Rica is to just don't take the common path of all travelers. Just dare to take the smaller tour, or just don't plan all. Let's suppose you have 3 weeks. Don't map out every single day. Maybe you like it somewhere really, really badly and you don't want to leave. Just have a good 4x4 is always a good tip, and drive around and leave things to happen. So maybe you just want to stay for 10 days in one spot. Of course, it depends if you are going and travel Costa Rica in the high season. Yeah, it's smart to book ahead of time. But if you're going in the lower seasons, like perfect, the dry time, in a lot of places in Costa Rica, it's like a mid-dry season in the middle of rainy season. That's like July and August. That's right now. It's not super busy, so there's a lot of accommodation for free, and just leave it up to your experience if you're gonna move to somewhere else. So sometimes I see people's travel schedules, and that really chokes me. I'm like, gee, do you have time to rest or to just be, you know? So yeah, those are basically my last tips. That's my husband with a chainsaw in the back. I'm gonna make a video about that soon, about maintaining your property. Hey, but again, thanks for watching my video. For any questions, use the comment box, share my video. Thanks for the likes. And again, yes, you can make an income online while traveling, or you can even live here without having a job, without relying on Airbnb and stuff, or a brick and mortar business, and make a beautiful income online if you know exactly what to do. Go access my brand new Nomad by Design course. Looking forward to helping you from inside of that course. Bye for now.